too bright outside, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, feel so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can have the throne, I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
See their families until the end of the season. And we just somehow bottled all that up and told each other that we can either remember this season or we can look back and say, man, we had a great team. We didn't get the job done. And once we started looking at it that way, we just started running the course and playing for each other, playing for each other's families. And the outcome spoke for itself.
You know, I expected, I'm a rookie, so I expected, we're going to New York every weekend, playing here. I'm visiting, I'm meeting all.
And now, your Miami Heat starting lineup. Starting at power forward, at 6'6", number 99, Jay Crowder. At shooting guard, at 6'6", number 55. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 7, Goran Dragic. The big man, standing 6'8", number 13, Bam Adebayo. The other forward position, at 6'6", number 22, Jimmy Butler. Eric Spoelstra is your head coach. Yo, Miami Heat!
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo is a first-time All-Star in 2020. He was the 14th pick in 2017. And he said, whoever gets drafted, you want to play the right way. My situation was different. I had to sit. You gain experience and reps during practice. Once you get to do it in the game, the leash gets longer and you get to become who you want to be. Kevin, he's become one of the best young big men in the league.
All right, thank you, David. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the 1. And for Miami, Adebayo is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Dragic in at the point. It'll be the Heat off the tip. Here's Crowder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Now Robinson, after the missed 3 from Jay Crowder. That one good for 2.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Young against Dragic. The 3. A nice shot by Young.
Well, this guy keeps learning from each and every coverage on the pick and roll. Trae Young getting some serious chops playing out of that set.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To the middle, the Hawks working the ball around. Hunter kicks to Collins. Pass to Young from deep. Another 3 for Atlanta.
This is Trae Young's game right there. Rise and fire, and these shots are helping out the offense.
No good from Dragic.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
And Herter gets it to go.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Dragic from outside. Another miss by Dragic.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So
timeout.
maybe just a step too far. Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And what was once a weakness for Collins, now a strength. His defense has taken huge strides since the start of last season.
And I think a young player like John Collins learns that blocks are not just a statistic that reveal how good you can be defensively. It's about positioning. It's about communication. And John Collins wants to be more complete on that end of the floor.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Dragic from outside. Connects from three-point range.
Well, once Goran Dragic got his rhythm, it's effortless as he rises up. Beautiful looking shot there.
It's stolen by Dragic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Herter gets it to go.
Well, that's who Herter is outside on the perimeter, a confident long-range shooter.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Butler, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Herter passes to Hunter. Outside Collins. In the corner, Herter with it. Another 3 for Atlanta.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Robinson. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Miami shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And with a name like Duncan Robinson, you wonder, were his parents Spurs fans?
Good call, GA, but I don't think so. He was born in 1994. That's a few years before Tim Duncan joined the Spurs alongside the Admiral. Good NBA name, though.
Now, here is Young. 8 points for him.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Adebayo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
To the inside. And finished off by Collins.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up, just as important.
And it's Butler missing. The Hawks leading by 3. Ball's knocked loose. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Herter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Herter never shy to let that one go. Just enough room on the catch and shoot.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago, riding the end of the bench, to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
Free throw no good for Butler. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys and he has taken off.
And Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And Herter gets it to go.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Adebayo. Lays it up off the glass.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
Young passes to Collins. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Man, so impressive. Collins way up for that one.
Robinson drives in, and it's Robinson with the jam.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And the Hawks with possession here. Following the score by Miami. Here's Herter. Passes to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herder finds an open teammate.
Pass to Crowder. And the rejection by Collins. And he gets it back. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the wing right side. Here's Hunter. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. They shoot again, and it's good on the layup. Adebayo's got 6 points. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. In the corner, it's Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists in the game. Crowder, the pass to Butler. From down in the low post, it goes. 6 points for him.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Collins finds Young. Hunter, no one around him. And the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
And a new group in for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. Derek Jones comes in for Jimmy Butler. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Robinson. And it's Tyler Hero in for Goran Dragic. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Damian Jones comes in for John Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's Bembry in for Kevin Herter. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their number one choice, and that was Trae Young.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Over in the corner, Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Iguodala with the steal. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And the wide open shot from Reddish. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Now, we know Reddish can sink it from the outside. For him, it's about staying confident with that kind of shot.
Here's Jones, and he banks in the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The Hawks leading by 5. Shot from 12, and he nails the jumper. Young's got 13 points.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Iguodala. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Young in the corner. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The drive by Iguodala, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Teague, he's checked in for the Hawks. Now, here's Reddish. Defense is right there. Bembry's shot good. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
And it's the Hawks' ball. Down low. Here's Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
And he makes the first. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG or Kevin Durant and Kyrie?
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Outside Teague. There's the pass to Bembry. Kicks it to Teague. Pass to Fernando. Here's Bembry. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And here's Iguodala outside. Good on the three-point shot. Iguodala's got 11 points.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Outside Teague. Out left to the wing. Here's Bembry. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
That's something Iguodala would like to do just about every time, a good scorer around the rim.
1:30 left to play here in the first. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. 6-point game. Bembry. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Teague, following the score by Miami. Launches it. Reddish's shot is good. 9 points in the game so far.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Here's Iguodala. Buries it down low.
Well, he fights through some aggressive defense, Iguodala, using those broad shoulders and not taking no for an answer.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Passes it to Jones. Bembry kicks to Teague. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
What a huge bonus for the coaching staff and this team to have Andre Iguodala producing like he is right now.
Here's Bembry. He has 5. 16 seconds left in the first. The high post shot. A nice shot by Teague. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Well, once Teague catches the ball, he fires it up, and in. Gotta love his assertive attitude.
Offensive rebound.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
It's Hero's quickness on defense right now that's helping him to be effective.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about his teammates.
These guys work so hard, and they're young, and they're professional with it, that you're planting that seed early, so they can only get better, and they're learning, and they're gaining confidence because they're playing so well. So with me being here with these guys, we're special.
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler is playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Jones is out there with Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Here's Iguodala, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Hero passes to Dragic. And the rejection by Collins.
Good timing defensively. Collins just up there, the long arms, and quick off the deck.
The Hawks leading. Now here's Teague. And here's Reddish. Pass to Fernando. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Iguodala. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Teague. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. A different look for Miami. Crowder, he's checked in for Derek Jones. Butler comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Hero. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Reddish. The Heat have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Dragic, basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Could we say Dragic has deceptive strength? Showed a little bit off right there getting to the basket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw drops for Goran Dragic. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like John Moran, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
One shot.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Huerter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. It's going to pay some dividends throughout his career. All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The pass to Huerter. Here's Capella, and he banks in the layup. Capella's got his second basket.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Teague can't hit.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Dragic finds Butler. That shot misses. And Atlanta will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And finished off by Collins.
Like it when Collins is cleaning up the glass and then just rocking the rim.
Robinson for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Robinson's got it all tied up now for the Heat. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Wasted no time on that one. Huerter's got 20.
Huerter's a guy who can get you back in a hurry. You make one, he'll come back and get a 3 himself.
Robinson goes in. That one falls.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
The Heat shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Teague. Here's Huerter. 20 points for him. Young looking around. To the inside. And Huerter gets it to go. 22 points for him.
And everything working right now for Kevin Huerter on the offensive end.
Robinson for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Robinson's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Heat.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Now, here is Young. 16 points for him. And that one drops. Young's got 18 points.
Yeah, the threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
And the basket by Olynyk. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Here's Huerter, guarded by Robinson. Young with no one around. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
And the Heat call time here. Hawks making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Miami's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And Miami has possession, trailing by 2. Trying to get open is Crowder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends, you could argue he's the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Klay Thompson might have something to say about that, GA, but certainly Jimmy Butler and his physical presence allows him to play a multitude of positions. So sliding down to the 3 and getting physical is something that Jimmy will do. We know that he'll take on any assignment and compete with it.
The first free throw is good. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did, too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Awesome drive from Dragic there. Simply put it up and put it in.
The Hawks trailing. Young outside. Pulls it from the elbow. No good. Only a second miss and 10 attempts from the floor. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
Young with the ball. 21 points in the game. This one for 3. Goran Dragic grabs the board.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one's good by Butler.
Jimmy Butler is effective scoring on the inside, so it's going to give him some chances to open up on the perimeter, and right there took advantage.
Here's Young. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. They need this. And Young with the nice bucket inside. Young's got 7 points here in this quarter.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Robinson, that's good.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
The Hawks trail by 6. Young outside. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Dedmon trying to break free. Trae Young again. Young's got 27 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Olynyk trying to break loose and finished off by Robinson.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Atlanta's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Young. Jacks up a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Young's got 30 points.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Here's Herter. 22 points for him. Butler feeling it out a bit. And slam dunk by Butler.
Man, way over the defenses. Jimmy Butler gets some airtime.
The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Young, and he gets the bucket. He's got 32.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Here's Crowder, and Crowder slams it in.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it tacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that. Now they're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Olynyk dishes to Butler. It's good. Butler's got 14.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Bruno Fernando comes in for Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Now Jones after the missed 3 from Cam Reddish. Here's none. That shot off. Good defensive work there by Young. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Reddish. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. He's got 11.
Quick trigger from Reddish there speaks to his confidence. He just let that one fly.
Butler. Oh, that's blocked. Bembry kicks to Young for the 3. Cans it from downtown. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from 3-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
None, that's good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Atlanta shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Young from outside, another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Jones, no luck. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys?
They usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. The Hawks leading. Over to the left wing. Reddish. And then Jones with the jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now Young, and he's got 41. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Atlanta has possession after the Heat pick up 2. Bounce pass Young. to the wing on the left for three. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Leonard comes in for Butler. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. And it's Teague for Young. And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. Here's Nunn. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Nunn's got his third basket of the night.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
A nice shot by Teague.
Well, at 6'2" and 182, Jeff Teague really had to use all the strength in his body to get that shot off, despite getting hit.
Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And he drains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Heat lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. Well, he spent a few years bouncing around, but Shaq, it seems like Jimmy Butler was just meant to play for the Miami Heat.
He once cussed out a coach for not holding him accountable. I like that.
Really?
Yes, that won't be a problem in Miami.
Wow, demanding culture it is in Miami. That's what they expect out of you. Cuss out a coach, but not holding him accountable. That's incredible.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Hawks trail by 3. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Miami, they've got Dragic, Jay Crowder out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Adebayo in at the 5. And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal, pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Atlanta shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. He gets it in there. Hunter's got 7 points.
Every basket from this kind of range is going to help Hunter's perimeter game. Doesn't worry about the defense.
The Heat shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. The Hawks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. To the paint, and Butler sends it back.
Butler with great anticipation there and swatting that one away. Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now, here's Hunter. He has 7. Young outside. It's good. Young's got 45 points.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Duncan Robinson. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Now, here is Young. He has 45 points. Misses the 3. Butler goes in. Yep, that one goes. Butler's got 20.
They got up to speed, and that momentum carrying him right through the contact. Butler with the score.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. A nice shot by Young. 47 points for Trae Young.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here is Young. Non-stop scoring machine here.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
Shots good by Butler.
This is just one of those nights where Jimmy Butler shows why he's a big-time player carrying the team.
Capella with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Shots good by Hero.
In the flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Young outside. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Adebayo drives in. And Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Atlanta's gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Capella finds Young. In the corner, it's from outside.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Yep, it counts. Dragic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Drops in the Trae.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Hero, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 7th assist in the game. Herter passes to Young. Over to the wing. Here's Hunter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Timeout. Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now a timeout called by Miami. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And some changes here for the Heat. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Crowder. And it's Iguodala in for Butler. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Dedmon's checked in. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's Dragic with the drive. And the layup's good off the glass. Dragic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Atlanta's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Out to the wing. Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Hunter's got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
Well, pretty good setup from the team there as Hunter's able to focus in on that one.
Here's Adebayo. It's tipped. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Young. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Passes it to Hunter. And here's Young. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Hawks have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Now, here's Hunter. He's guarded by Adebayo. Hunter dishes to Capella. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Took him no time at all on that one. Iguodala's got 23.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Young is double. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Hero.
And that time, Tyler Hero just so quick on the pull-up. Defense could not recover.
Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Hero.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
It's stolen by Dragic. And they pick up 2. Dragic has got 11 in the second half.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. And drafted 13th out of Kentucky, Tyler Hero impressing right out of the gates that rookie season.
And I think this is very much the type of player that comes in with confidence, a skill level, and an IQ, and ultimately a guy who wants to compete.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Hero right now working himself into a lather, staying aggressive and drawing the defense's attention.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
And since entering the league, Tyler Hero has had higher expectations for himself than anybody else. And with that kind of size as a guard and his shooting ability, he very much will realize it.
And the Heat making a change here. Jones is checked in. And the second free throw, good.
He was able to tie it up, but he has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Well, Iguodala is still a high flyer. That's what he looks to do when he gets to the inside.
Here's Bembry. 10 points for him. It's a 2-point differential. Here's Fernando. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Well, good job by Tyler just finding the open teammate and showing some good awareness.
And Teague, here we go. And it's slammed in by Teague.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
They get a hand on it. Iguodala with the steal. And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Bembry.
And they've gone to the full court press here, looking to make things as difficult as possible and maybe force a turnover or two.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Here's Hero. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Now here's Teague. 8 points for him. Good defense by Iguodala. Miami leading by 6. Here's Hero. Good, nice job down low. Hero's got 14 points.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Teague. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Low block shot. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Adebayo. And now a 10-point Miami lead. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
As soon as Teague gets inside, he really forces the issue right there, getting a foul as a result.
The Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Teague.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Robinson's checked in for the Heat. And the Hawks making a change here as well. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And it's good, 2 points.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The Hawks trail by 10. It's stolen by Jones. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Hits it from three-point range. Hawks shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Teague with the ball. 10 points for him. Now Reddish. Robinson with the block. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke, had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA, struggled just to find his rhythm.
GA, I think there were a lot of questions because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming.
First one falls for him. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
No question there's a high ceiling for Cam Reddish and where that talent can get him to.
Robinson, that's good.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
The Hawks trail by 15. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And the rejection by Iguodala.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Teague drives in, and the rejection by Iguodala. Here's Robinson. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 19.
Bam grabs the board, and then Bam knows what to do.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Heat out front, up 19. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Hawks, Reddish and Collins at the small forward and power forward. Bembry out there with Teague, and it's Jones in at the 5 down low. Hawks shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Kicks it out to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And it's Teague, that time on the assist by Jones.
What a sweet-looking stroke there from Teague. He's lethal from the three-point line.
Iguodala, that's a two-pointer, and the Heat get another bucket right there. So it's the Hawks now. Now here's Teague. And here's Reddish. Rejected by Crowder.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Reddish the pass to Collins. Right side Jones. Here's Reddish. The dish now to Jones. That one drops for him.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Robinson drives in. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Teague. Pass to Bembry from deep. Rebound by the Heat. Butler's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 4 this quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Hunter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Adebayo sends it back.
And pay him with the emphatic block.
Dragic with it, and Young picks him up defensively.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, this team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
Here's Collins after the made shot from Goran Dragic, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Shot's good from Butler.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
For Atlanta, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Kicks it out to Collins. Bangs home the trifecta.
Confidence there shown by John Collins. Gotta like watching him go right up for the shot.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Robinson goes in, and there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Dwayne Denton. Scal Labissiere. Trae Brown.
Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Dragic against Young. Now here's Labissiere. D right on him.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The offensive rebound. Another shot. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Back to Young. Launches a three. Gets a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, good timing there from Scal. Good at out-hustling the defenders to get on the glass.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Young, no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Now, here is Young. He dishes it to Reddish. Uncovered, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 14 points for Cam Reddish. And Miami shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. Butler, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. To the middle, here's Reddish. Some solid defense from Robinson. Dragic with it. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Labissiere. And the pass to Young. And again, 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Robinson for three. And no good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Here's Reddish. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Crowder with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Lets the three fly. Atlanta with the rebound. On its way from Young for two. That one's good from the corner. 62 points for Trae Young.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Hawks have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
Here's Dragic from outside, and the three ball is good. Dragic has got 18 points now here in the second half.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Shot from the wing. No good from Dragic.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Young's shot is off.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
From about 19 feet, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, how about that? Bam stepping out just a little bit from the mid-range with a soft touch.
Atlanta's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Hawks making a change here. Young against Dragic. And Young kicks to Dedmon. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
The free throw drops for Dedmon.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And it's good for 2. Butler's got 28 points for the game.
Just a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
Dragic against Young. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. No good from Dragic. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Butler with the steal. From the wing, and Dragic with the basket on the assist by Butler. Dragic has got 9 points in the quarter.
Dragic on the break. You never know what he's going to do, but luckily for his team, he made an outstanding move there.
Here's Young, and good, he hits it again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Atlanta's shooting it well here in the fourth quarter at 50%. And that one, good. 8 points for Clint Capella.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Dragic, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Here's Nunn. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Bembry, following the score by Miami. Teague with a clean look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Teague's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, you can see and maybe feel right now him getting into the comfort zone out there after dropping the second 3 of the half.
Here's Bembry, and stolen by Butler.
Now you look how Jimmy Butler stays committed on that play, ready to overcome the defender and still take the shot.
First free throw is good.
I don't hear about it much, but players who've had 5 or 6 seasons in the league, you wonder where their motivation comes from. Remember, Jimmy, the last pick in the first round in that 2011 draft. Maybe that edge is still there.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. And so Butler nails both of them. Here's Herter. Scoring at will. He's had it going on offense.
And it's not as if the defense hasn't focused on it, but he is just at a level right now offensively where you cannot deny it.
Now here's Adebayo. Following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter.
And Adebayo's game continues to grow. He's on fire right now.
Atlanta's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Pass to Young. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Trying to get open is Adebayo. A beautiful reverse layup. Dragic has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, right now Goran Dragic has got it cooking.
The Hawks shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Young against Dragic. Good, he hits again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Iguodala.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Andre Iguodala.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He doesn't always get the minutes he's gotten tonight, but there's no way they were going to sit him down once he got going. And the crowd has been loving it. A memorable night for him coming off the bench. And here's Atlanta. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Graham with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Back to Labissiere. And Labissiere throws it down.
Yeah, Labissiere's arms just seem to go on forever, which is why dunking it looks so easy.
Young against none. Basket counts.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the Heat pick up two. And Labissiere gets it to go.
The slender big man, Skal Labissiere, does not back down from the physical contact on his way up.
And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Kept alive. Iguodala outside. Nunn looking around. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. If we play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.